Hello, welcome back to episode 10 of the Talks with Ken podcast. Today, I'm here with my good my brother, my best friend. If you know me, you know him. Lucas B Song. Lucas, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Don't sound all professional and shit. Just talk like normal. Niggas saw the lights in the camera and was like, oh shit, I'm on Jimmy Fallon or some shit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So Lucas doesn't really watch podcasts or shit, but you know, he was like, let me hop on the podcast, let me support. And I was like, hey, sure. Lucas, oh man. You know, Lucas and I have been friends for how long? Like 12 years?
I ain't keeping count, nigga. I'm not.
It's a lot of years, right? And one thing I noticed about Lucas and I is Lucas and I have never gotten into any arguments. Ever.
Negative.
How does that happen, Luke?
I mean, there's just nothing for us to really argue about.
Yeah, I'd agree. But, you know, there's a whole bunch of, like, friendships and shit where everybody's all like, damn, well, they did this and they did that. And everybody argues. But we avoid it.
Yeah, we don't got that problem over here.
We're a different breed.
Very different.
So, Lucas don't want to sound professional and shit. He don't even sound normal. You speaking all soft and shit.
Listen, I got to make sure I ain't speaking no gibberish.
Nah, that's understandable. Make sure you're speaking to the mic, though, because when you move away a little bit, nobody can hear you.
Hello, Mike. Do you hear me?
Do you hear you?
I think so.
All right, cool. So, my friend Lucas B. Song, the track runner, the athlete, the star. You run track in Lenore Ryan, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what events you run?
400, 4x4, 4x1, 200.
And you're All-American, right?
Yes, sir.
NCAA champion, right?
Not champion, but you know, hey, 4th place. No, my fault, 5th place.
Hey, 5th place in the nation though. So,
you know,
that's a lot better than a whole bunch of scrubs out here trying to run.
You ain't lying.
So, do you think your athletic ability over time has gotten you women? Okay, let me phrase it like this. If you weren't an athlete, do you think you would have the same amount of women that you have right now?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because although personally, although I feel like I do get some women because I'm an athlete, but at the same time, I take pretty good care of myself towards my hygiene and my body. So, like, even without being an athlete, I'd still be, you know, in good shape. And I think, like, more of, like, my personality and the way I act towards women, I think that's what really attracts women, more of the say that I run track.
How do you say you would treat women?
How do I treat women?
Yeah.
It depends.
Depends on what?
Women themselves. Because, I mean, everybody knows for women, they're not an easy task.
Not at all.
And some of them can, you know, push their buttons a little bit. So, you know, I tend to act sweet at times, but then, you know, when you start pissing me off, you know, I have to give you the business. And, you know, you might get dropped like a bad habit.
Like a bad habit?
Or, you know, trial 1 might be up, but trial 2 might come. So it just depends on, you know, what you're giving me.
So would you say you're future, or would you say you're not future level when it comes to women?
As of right now, me and you speaking right now, ain't no damn future.
No future?
Talk to me maybe about like a year or 2 when I figure everything out. Future.
Oh, damn. Yeah. All right. Well, damn, there was a whole bunch of shit I wanted to ask you. I kind of forgot. I'm not even gonna lie.
Here we go.
I sat in the seat and I was like, oh shit.
Here we go.
Them lights make you forget shit quick.
Here we go. Here we go. Buddy's getting the podcast and get dementia.
He said, get dementia. Damn. You know, it's a good thing. I wrote a list. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, Lucas, sports guy. Who's going to the finals this year?
Well, if you asked me yesterday, I was going to say the Bucks and the Suns. If you ask me today, I'm going to say the Suns and ...
Oh, shit. You think the Hawks might beat them?
Well, you know, there's this dude that went to Texas A&M that has a bald head named Chris Middleton.
Can't shoot shit.
That's not the problem. The man's a bucket. We just don't know when he's going to be a bucket.
Yeah.
And last night, he wasn't a bucket. And you know what happened? Trey said, shimmy, shimmy, 48. We're going to the A.
You know I hate Trae Young, right?
Why? Oh, well, yeah, because he sent your boys home.
Yeah.
I understand.
Fuck Trae Young.
So, I mean, hey. Sorry, Ice Trey.
fuck Trae Young. I don't like Trae Young.
Hey man, you gotta respect game, man.
It's hard because as a basketball fan, I like to watch Trae Young hoop because he's good as hell. But as a Knicks fan, the first round y'all sent my niggas home. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, hey, look, man, you can't blame Trae Young. Next time, just tell your boys to show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't hate Devin Booker and Chris Paul. I mean, shit, they'll whoop my boys' ass every game by 40.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I still respect the niggas, but I mean, at the end of the day, the man got game. You can't hate game.
You can't hate game.
So it is what it is.
So
we'll be back next year.
What do you do? Because you're a LeBron fan. You don't have a set team.
No, sir.
No set team at all.
No, sir.
So when LeBron retired, how many years do you think is going to take until LeBron retires?
Well, you know, he said he wants to wait for Bronny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to wait for Bronny because everybody knows when you're in the NBA and LeBron's one of the few many that actually stayed with his wife throughout his whole entire career. So, you know, him and Savannah, they're going to be together for a while.
Facts.
But Savannah, you know, I think she's starting to get tired of watching this man get injured, put all this miles on his body. So I don't really know if he's going to wait till Bronny gets there. So I'd probably say maybe, I want to say 2-3 years.
Damn, 2 to 3 years?
2 to 3 years.
God dang, that's quick.
I want to say 2 to 3 years.
So what's going to happen when LeBron retires? Who you going to go with?
So, I started thinking about this the last 2 weeks, honestly, because I was talking to my friends about it. I was like, I don't really know who I want to support when LeBron leaves.
Come to the Knicks.
Negative. I'm still not going to be a fan of a team, though. I'm just going to pick a player.
You're going to pick another player?
I'm going to pick another player and thug it out.
But why don't you want to pick a team? You know, I realize that about you. You're a very individual guy. And you know, like, I figured this because you do track, right?
Makes sense.
And track is a team sport at the end of the day because all the points combine to, you know, help you win the meet or event or whatever the fuck it is, right? And you, Mr. Track Star, Track Legend, you care about your team, right? And you care about them and their success or whatever. But you're a very, like, you like yourself a lot, which is good. All right, that's not a bad thing. But you like yourself a lot.
Ain't no wrong with liking yourself, man.
Not at all. So I can see why you would only like LeBron James or whatever, right?
There's so many icons in the NBA. I just feel like just watching sports over the years, there's been like, I feel like the basketball players do more than NFL players. So for me, in a sense, it's easier for me to pick a team. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I just, you know, whatever, cool. This and third, through the ups and downs, you know, you just stay with the team.
What made you choose the Ravens?
I don't know. Like, when I was young, I was like, okay, maybe I want to be an Eagles fan, but the Eagles fan base was just annoying, and there's too many. And then, like, you know, the Ravens were close. They're standing third, and I fell in love with Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs. So then I was just like, I'm just going to be a Raven fan. So,
how do you think you guys are going to do this year?
I think we're going to do pretty good.
How many wins?
Well, now we got 17 games.
Yeah.
I think we should go, if I can even do math, probably 12-5.
12-5?
11-6 on a bad day. We'll still make the playoffs.
You guys think you're a Super Bowl contender this year or not this year?
I mean, I think we're a Super Bowl contender every year. It just depends on, you know, what our offense wants to do.
You sound monotone like hell. You sound like this is like your teacher was all like, "Okay, class, we're gonna do a podcast assignment, and Lucas, I need you to participate." And you look like you're doing the bare minimum right now. You just sitting over here. You just
listen,
hello, I'm Lucas.
I can't come out here speaking gibberish.
Look, you don't gotta speak gibberish.
You know how I get when I start talking.
So start talking.
You want me to be out here sound like Polo G?
Polo G. Look, he got the #1 album, so I mean,
right.
I would want to sound like Polo G.
Mm-hmm. And he also went to prison.
Oh, yeah, he did go to prison.
Exactly. So I don't want to be like that. Funny thing is, what is Polo G's real name?
Polorius.
You serious?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
Polygamy.
Not polygamy.
Polygamy. Speaking of polygamy, do you think it's wrong to have more than 2 women at once? From your point of view. Well,
hey, they say practice what you preach.
Mm-hmm.
So
what do you preach, Lucas?
Listen, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all people.
You second guess.
So let's just say, in my years of 21 years and my years of experience, I went down that road that I was practicing 2 relationships at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It worked pretty smooth for a little bit. And then, try to cut one off with one thing. I was like, hey, man, cut one off. Yeah, you got the other. You're going to be straight. The one that got cut off, did a little investigation.
Oh, damn.
Reached out to the other one. And, yep, the rest was history.
Damn.
But, yes, there's nothing wrong with, having, 2 shawties at one time. Man, hey, one gonna send you the goods, one gonna give up the goods.
One gonna send you the goods.
So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Might take care of you. Hey, when one ain't taking care of you, the other will. So,
that's understandable.
Well, my type of thing is you gotta do it in the younger days.
True.
You can't do it in the older days.
Because once you get older, you start to, realize shit. Damn. I can't be fucking around the way I used to back then because now I'm all grown and shit and I got responsibilities. Exactly. And if I can't act this way in a relationship, then that's gonna translate into other aspects of life and shit.
You can't have that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have kids. So you don't want your kids growing up, saying, well, mommy and daddy were going through this, and the third, and then, poor JJ gonna end up like, hey.
Mm-hmm. Talking about some mommy, who's Rodarius? He pulled up at the house the other day.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just like that. GG's.
All right, Luke, I'm asking you another question. If you had to guess, what would your body count be?
Yes or no?
Do you know?
Yeah. Roughly.
Okay, give me your estimate.
I think it's 14 or 15.
God damn.
Now, if we do multiples, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sex, Lucas.
I know. Little Jimmy got mileage.
Little Jimmy got mileage.
Yeah. Louisville, Lexington, miling.
Damn. All right. So, do you feel like? How do I phrase this question? The women that you fucked, do you feel connected to them in any way? Do you feel like after you fucked them, there was a connection between you two, or did you just do it just cause?
It depends on the woman. Let me think. Okay, some of the women, me personally, I'm the type of nigga I don't really I'm not a first move type of nigga.
Neither am I.
So I'll act oblivious as hell until you just gotta talk to me. I act blind.
You and me are the same people in that
act
aspect.
blind until you make that move, and then hey man, I don't do what I gotta do.
Right.
But me personally, I don't go in. I'm a personality type of person. I ain't really much of a looks guy because my saying is always like this: you could be the cutest female in the world, but if I can't take you home to my mama and you don't got no respect, this, that, and the third, then I don't give a damn how good you look.
Facts.
And you could be the ugliest girl, but hey, you could work your ass off doing this, that, and the third. Me and my mama, y'all could have a great connection. That's just the way it has to be. So I link with the personality, this, that, and the third. And if that personality click, and then hey, you got that whopper afterwards, then connection might happen. But more than say, usually before I go into sexual intercourse with these women, I usually think to myself is this gonna be a connection thing, or is this gonna be a bust down quick nut, and then hey, I'll see you another time maybe.
So what happens after you say it's not a connection thing, right? And after you finish, then they're all like, "But Lucas, I need you more. I need you to come back. Let's start something." Blah blah blah. How do you maneuver out of that situation?
I warned you. Simple as that. I warned you.
So that's it?
Yes.
You just be like, I warned you, and you just move on?
During those times I be sitting here thinking if it's going to be a connection thing or not, I let you know before I break you down. There's nothing that's going to happen after this. So guess what? Don't hit me with that text. Well, I have a feeling for you. I warned you.
I warned you.
Get out my inbox.
God damn. I understand that because it's I never get why people will explain something and then they'll be like, yeah, I understand, I get it. And then at the end, they're all like, well, actually, I know I said this would be nothing, but now I have feelings and yada, yada, yada. And I'll never get that. That makes no sense because I was saying the other day, terms and conditions. Mm-hmm. I'll let you know the terms and conditions before we went into the situation. Mm-hmm. So if we start and you read the terms and conditions and you signed, I don't want to hear your ass after we finish. I mean, because that's what it is. I don't want to hear no, oh, well, I kind of want it to be this. I kind of want it to be that. If I told you what it was and you said yes, then what do you want me to do? But then I also heard a different perspective on that. I heard somebody was telling me, they were like, well, if you had the chance to be with your crush for one day, you would say yes anyways.
Right.
So can you really blame them for feeling the way they feel after?
No.
No?
It's feelings. You know how girls be, man.
Yeah.
So it's just feelings.
It's just feelings. I felt that.
It'll be all right.
Let me check the list, make sure I get everything I want to get to. Oh, that was one thing I wanted to ask you. like I was saying, you care a lot about yourself, right? Mm-hmm. But you also care about your image, right? Mm-hmm. Like, even though I was like, we only gonna see your shirt and your hat on the podcast, you was all like, well, I'm gonna come in with a fit.
Of course.
Right? What makes you so how do I phrase this? Why is your image so important to you?
I wasn't always like this. Like in high school, I really didn't care much about my image. But then more towards like my junior, my senior year, it became a big thing because it's just like the person and the character that I am in the community today. A lot of people know me, whether it's Delaware and whether it's North Carolina. So it's just like the way that I carry myself outside of my house or my dorm room or my track team, people are always watching. And it's like when you do big things in the community, such as being All-American or speaking out against Black Lives Matter or just helping out the community, it shows everywhere, whether it be the news, the newspaper, Google, Bing, you're seen everywhere. So it's just like when you go out to places that you know that you're going to be seen and that you're doing such things, you got to make sure that your image is good. So you got to make sure that, you know, you look good, you're talking good, this, that, and the third, because, you know, you don't want to disrespect your image.
Facts.
Because having a good image is a big thing.
I feel like a good image takes you a lot more places than a bad image would.
Which is true.
But you also carry yourself like a celebrity. That's one thing I noticed about you, Mr. What you call yourself? B-Song Films?
Yes, sir. B-Song Films.
B-Song Films. Everywhere you go, no matter if you in the bathroom taking a shit, or if you at the club or some shit, or you at a party, or maybe you at like the mountains or some shit, you always gonna be Snapchatting that shit.
Of course.
So what made Snapchat your go-to platform?
So first of all, okay, I got the name B-Song Films from one of my close homies, Chandler Stamp.
Mm-hmm.
So Love Sucks Apparel, you know, copy merch, shout him out, this, that, and third.
Copy your shit.
So everybody noticed that, like, it came from him that, you know, I'm always on Snapchat. I'm always filming something, this, that, and third. So that's where the name B-Song Films come from. B-Song Eats, just B-Song everything. Mm. So, like, Snapchat was just, I think, like, towards, like, maybe, like, my senior year, I really got into Snapchat because I'm just one of those people, like, text message is not my thing.
It's not.
Like, I can only carry a conversation for so long, and it's just, like, on Snapchat, I'm more of myself. Like, you can just see the weird things that I do. This, that, and third. I'm just strange, and it's just, like, Snapchat is just, like, where I live my life. So it's just, like, you always got to have memories because it's, like, the life that we're in right now, this 18 to 22 range, it's very crucial.
Facts.
These are years that you're going to miss when you're 60.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, it's always nice to look back and be like, oh, well, on January 9th, I did this. And it's always nice to see them memories pop up every year and every year and every year. And it's just funny to, you know, have the moments with your buddies, this, that, and third. At the same time, life is very short. And it's just like you got to make sure you have those memories for, you know, hey, maybe one day, you know, God forbid this never happens, that, you know, your friends pass away, this, that, and the third. So you always want to have those memories. Right. So I just feel like me and Snapchat, we just have this, you know, love-hate relationship because, you know, when Snapchat starts, you know, doing this nice, lovely, I can't report this, that, and the third, it's a very tough time.
Yeah.
But, you know, I love Snapchat because, you know, I can send pictures to whoever. They can see my faces. I can make videos. I can post my workouts. I can just do a whole lot of things.
Mm. You know, I've always heard from women, you know, for women and men, you know, if someone's Snap score is over 1 million, that's a red flag. Nigga, your Snap score is like 1,006,000.
Hey, man, look, I be on that Snap.
I swear, like, whenever I pick up your phone, it could be off for 2 seconds or off for 2 hours. You already got like 30 different snaps from 30 different people.
It used to be worse, but I cut it down.
Dang.
It used to be like, ever since I had that, more than 2 partners.
Nah, I got you.
My shit used to be Metro Boomin.
Metro Boom.
But after that, I was like, you know what? I gotta carry myself like, you know, a respectful young man. So I keep it down these days. I don't really get that much Snapchats anymore, unless people are like commenting this, that, and the third. But on a daily, I only Snapchat maybe like 5, 6 people.
What do you think of streaks on Snap?
Streaks?
Yes.
Me personally, I used to be a big thing on streaks. Like, ooh, let's have a streak, you know. Oh, I'm trying to reach 1,000, 100.
Mm-hmm.
And as I grew, now I really have, I like, honestly, me personally, like, the people that I have streaks with are the people that I like.
You talk to every day.
Not even really talk to every day, because me and you don't have a streak, but we talk every day.
True.
But like, it's more like the people where like we talk every day, but I'm not gonna text you.
Nah, smart.
So it's like our form of texting every day is Snap.
And so like that streak doesn't come from just taking a picture and sending the same streaks. It comes from you actually talking to that person over Snap.
Yes. Like me personally, I'm not the person to wake up in the morning and be like, good morning streaks, good night streaks.
I think that's stupid.
So like we actually like communicate through Snap. Like, you know, I send a picture of this. I mean, sometimes, you know, we don't talk about anything. We just, you know, snap, blah, 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 blah. Then conversation can pop up, or, you know, send each other weird videos, this, that, and third. There's things along those lines.
I know my freshman year at Drexel, that's when I ended like streaks with everyone. Cause I mean, you and I are like what? We were like 900, 1,000, something like that. And I was just like, it's kind of useless waking up in the morning and just taking a picture of myself and saying morning streaks and then sending it, and then taking no one at night and saying night streaks and sending it, or sometimes it's even send a black screen just so I could keep the numbers going, right? Because you know you wanted to hit 1,000 and shit, but it doesn't really make sense because it feels like, one, a waste of time, and two, at one point it's not even fun anymore. It really feels like a job. I feel like I have to send this streak. It's a part of my lifestyle, because if I don't send this streak, then me and this person aren't going to talk anymore after the streak dies or whatever. And I was like, it doesn't really make sense to me to keep sending these streaks. So I was just like, I'm done. And then one thing I realized is after I stopped sending those streaks to all those different people, a lot of those people and I didn't speak anymore, because those streaks were our only form of conversation. I put quotation marks around conversation, because if I'm saying streaks to you and that's the only time we speak every day, that's not conversation. That's just bullshit.
Forced conversation.
Yeah. So I just feel like streaks were always stupid to me. I never, like, after a certain amount of time, it was just like, I don't really get it anymore. But if you have a streak with someone and that comes from like you guys having genuine conversation, that makes sense.
The majority of my streaks, like, honestly, when it comes to streaks anymore, people be happy over 100 days. I don't even pay attention to the number anymore. Right. Because, like, my biggest streak was the one that I had with my ex, and we got to maybe like 1,400 days. And that was like probably like the longest streak that I had. I think our streak was like ever since like my junior year of high school. And it just kept on going. But then, you know, niggas fell out, this, that, and third, this, that, and third. And after that, I was just like, I don't give a damn about none of these numbers. So streaks just started dying left and right. And yeah.
Fascinating. Mr. Streak Man, Mr. Celebrity, Mr. B-Song Films. B-Song Films. I like that name. B-Song Films. You gonna get it on your next fitted?
Oh, yes, sir. B-Song Films.
Wait, let me tell you about this nigga Lucas real quick. We went to the Lids, right? This nigga bought a hat. He saw a hat. He was like, "Oh man, I want to get AK on it. I'll go over and get a little track sign." Right? This nigga gonna pick up a hat. He don't even see if it fit his head. He buy the hat. He was like, "Yeah, can you stitch your shit on there?" I was like, "Luke, you try the hat on." He was like, "Oh shit, was I supposed to?" You try the hat on, you would have been walking around stupid.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you how I thought the fitteds work. I thought the fitteds work like this. So you get the fitted, whatever, cool. I thought, like, you know, I thought it was just a one size fit all hat. You know, man, I never walked inside Lids before, so, you know, I was like, all right, bet. Then, you know, you put the hat on your head, this, that, and third. They get the measurements, and then, you know, they critique that bitch on there. Right. I didn't know the hats had numbers. I put that bitch on my head. Shit was gonna feel like coconut. I was gonna have to come home and get my cousin the goddamn hat.
That joint sat on your head like a yarmulke.
Nah, he ain't lying. Finna be sad as hell.
One thing that I realized is we've been friends for like 12 years, right? Not 12. It's probably been more. Probably been a lot more. I don't fucking know the number.
Who knows?
And one thing I never understand is when people ask me, right? They're like, "Oh, am I the first person you go to for this, that, and the third?" I'm like, "No, the first person I speak to is always Lucas." And they're like, "Well, you know, that doesn't make sense to me, blah, blah, blah." Well, it's like Lucas and I are brothers, right? We may not be blood related, but we damn sure pretty much are blood related. So I don't understand what the confusion comes from when people are all like, well, I feel like I'm this, I'm that. No, there's only two people on this planet that I'm close with. Lucas is number one, Justin is number two. It's just like that.
I mean, like I was telling one of the concubines the other day that
Concubines.
I was like, yeah, like people were trying to figure out, like, yeah, you and Kendel like very different. I was like, yeah, we're very different, but at the same time, we unite. Because my type of thing is, we listen to different music. I'm more, Dirk, Lil Baby, Rod, this, that, and third. He's more like, more Tyler Creator, this, that, and third. Chance, all those nature, this, that, and third. But there's days that and there's songs that we meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, he does different things. I do different things. He's all into film, photography, all that technology stuff. I'm more of a sports guy. But at the same time, it's like, at the end of the day, we relate to something. Because he has a question about sports, I can help him out. If I need a picture taken or some photography, man got me. So the type of thing is just like, our relationship doesn't really depend on like how, we relate. It's deeper than that. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. So.
And I feel like that even goes for like relationships wise too, because a lot of people feel like if they don't both like the same things, then shit doesn't work out. And I don't really get that, because people always say opposites attract, right?
That's true.
And I feel like you would get tired of like being with someone that you guys do the exact same thing, and like there's no difference between you two, because there's never anything new.
Exactly. I guess people say repetition is good, but low key repetition is boring.
Repetition sucks.
So like, I mean, I'm not about to be just sitting here, eating Applebee's. I eat mozzarella sticks from Applebee's every day. Because that's what you want to eat. Like, there ain't nothing else on the menu.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Let's see. What else did I want to ask Mr. B Song Films? What in life scares you?
So, number one, probably lose my mom. Like, I don't know. Like, me and my mom just had this. It's just a mom-son relationship. We just have a great relationship. I can tell my mom anything underneath the sun. She knows about everything. This, that, and the third. It's just like, my mom's just like another homie. Like, I can talk to her about literally anything. Body count, smoking weed, whatever it is. She'll give me her advice, this, that, and the third, and she's just always there for me. Then in a sense, like, I was thinking about this like maybe like a week or two ago. I think I told you this. I was like, so when life ends, what are we supposed to do? Like, I'd be walking around just like, everything cool, everything sweet, whatever, cool. And then I'll just think like, yo, when we die, like, what do we do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I try to figure that shit out.
And I don't want to find out.
I don't want to either.
So
I think that's one thing that scares me too, because it's like, at one point, we're not going to exist anymore.
Hell no.
And that blows my mind every time I think about it, because I'm like, where the fuck do I go if I don't exist?
Well, hey, God,
Yeah. And like, my thing is like, you know me, my parents are pastors and stuff. I'm very religious and I'm Christian. But I think about heaven sometimes and I'm like, yo, don't you think it would be like, because if you're just in heaven all the time and you're just happy all the time, where's like the interest in that? Because nobody ever wants to be sad, but there's nothing new ever. Because if every day is the same thing over and over and over again, it's just like, where do I go from here?
Well, listen, God, I hope you can hear me. If you can't, just make sure you watch the podcast tomorrow. Listen, man, whenever my time comes, hey, send me to the gulag so I can fight and come back.
Yeah. He said so I can fight and come back.
Send me to the gulag.
Look, you already went to the gulag when you was when you was riding down North Carolina. You know what I mean?
Man, I think I went to gulag a couple times. Riding down North Carolina, alcohol poisoning.
Oh yeah,
the damn bike.
Oh,
all the battles I fought with my parents.
Oh yeah, I remember some of those battles.
Yeah, I done went to the gulag a couple times. So hey, God, maybe the gulag might not be. But I had a couple, maybe not even multiple second chances.
That bike incident was funny as hell.
It was painful as hell.
This boy Lucas thought he was Tony Hawk. Was riding down the driveway. He said, "Wee!" Handlebar turned, smacked him in the stomach.
I had a fat ass goddamn fucking cyst right on like the edge of my quad, like my quad going into my balls.
Oh my god!
I couldn't walk for a week. Missed the whole first week of 5th grade. Everybody thought I died.
Really thought I died.
I was like, guys, I'm alive.
Damn. Speaking of those younger days, remember we used to be in middle school and we used to be giving niggas advice. Like, I don't want to say any names, but there was one person in particular, right, who never really got any women or nothing in middle school, right? Yeah, he was a good friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine, and I used to hang out with him a lot. Him and I don't really talk too much anymore, but we would always be giving him you know what I'm talking about now, right?
Chaps.
Oh no. We would always be giving him advice because Bo was always like, man, I don't really know how to get the women. Nothing's really happening for me. And this man Beast on Films over here would be like, all right, look, chaps, here's what's going to happen. He's like, first, you can't come in here no more wearing knee-high socks.
No
That's
cap.
not going to work. He said, you can't come in here walking like Caillou.
No cap.
He said, you got to make sure you got drip. He said, because although you may be cool and everything, the first thing that women going to see is your appearance. And if your appearance isn't right, then
you're going outside.
Yeah, you're going outside. And he was all like, all right, but. And he pulled out 2 weeks later. He was like, man, I got some nice kicks, blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, the nice kicks didn't really work out for him.
No cap. That boy went to Sears and got him that $29.99 special.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you got your own style. That's cool and all. And I feel like you should find someone who really respects your style and shit. But sometimes it's like, it's not even the clothes that you wear. It's just like how you wear them. Like if you're wearing 34 different colors, like you could have Nike everything. Nike hat, Nike shoes, Nike shirt, Nike pants, Nike everything. But if your hat is red and your pants are blue and your shirt is green and one side of your shoe is orange and the other side of your shoe is black, it's not gonna work out for you.
They're gonna cook you. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you can't put something together, nobody's gonna want you.
Facts.
Because I mean, hey, when it comes to dressing, you can literally put that shit together, or you can just match colors. And a lot of people go with match colors, but your fit gets more, views and more game and more respect if you can put it together.
That's why this man Luke is a fit god.
Yeah, I've learned over the years because, my fit game wasn't that. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah, we all suffered.
Yeah, it wasn't, hey, man. I had a couple teams, but, hey.
You remember old school haircuts?
Well, yeah. my dad used to give me that Mosby fade.
Mr. Branch used to, he didn't even give me a fade. He just took the clip on my head and started screaming.
You got that Mosby fade. I called Little Bill.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough out there. But, hey, it's okay. Now we get that taper fade.
Uh-huh. Shout out to Dice by Collins.
Yes, sir.
We be giving them cuts. You know what I mean? Yeah. You get a cut yet, or is that why you still got the fitted on?
Oh, no. I got that cut. Oh. I got that beard line. You feel me?
You want to show them the cut?
Well, y'all want to see the cut, man.
Look. This what that Dice by Collins work look like.
That Dice by Collins,
Dice by Collins work.
Hey, beard work and everything. You feel me?
And wait, let me peep the hat real quick.
They want to see the fitted.
AKO Beats on Films, you feel me?
You feel me?
Beats on Films.
Y'all know what I do around here. Got the nice little track stands on the side. A little something,
A little something, huh? Lucas used to, he still do, but back in the day, Lucas used to roast niggas like crazy.
I'll be cooking niggas.
On back of the bus,
bacon.
Goodness.
450s.
The worst one I've ever heard was wait. It was a couple of them. One of them was when you were like yo, you know what your mom's favorite song is? It was something about black and yellow because their teeth were black and yellow.
Listen, I done baked niggas over, man. I be baking. Listen, if I'm around, just make sure you're not doing anything stupid.
Yeah,
because I promise you, I will bake you badly.
Bake ain't even a word. It was getting cooked.
I really be out here doing niggas the worst way.
Niggas ain't want to sit in the back of the bus stop on.
Negative.
Look, and I always knew I was safe because I was with Lucas. Who's gonna roast me? Lucas gonna hit you with that don't make me do it to you. Clap your hands and stomp the feet. Praise the Lord because we got heat.
Your mama jokes used to slap.
Those old mama jokes used to be vicious. They used to be vicious.
The good days.
Elementary school was fun. Beyblades.
W.B. Simpson.
At W.B. Simpson, we have pride. You know when you mean it, it comes from inside. Each letter in pride stands for traits we need to get along with others and succeed. So listen very closely as we list each one. You'll see our pride by the time we're done. We was out there spitting.
The Pride song.
Look, I don't know who wrote that shit, but they deserved a huge raise. They deserved a huge raise.
For making a Pride song for Caesar Rodney.
Tell me it wasn't heat.
The Pride song?
Tell me it wasn't heat.
Yeah, in elementary school was heat because we didn't know shit.
It's still heat.
So we listen to Tayo Cruz.
Dynamite was hard.
And it goes on and on.
And on.
The sad days.
Those were much simpler times.
Yeah, now we got these complex time things over here. Paying bills. Gas is fucking $3.15.
Yeah.
So, hey, life is tough.
For the longest amount of time in my life, when I was younger, I used to see the gas price, and that shit would say like $2.50, and my mom would always be complaining like, "Damn, blah blah blah." I was like, "Yo, what is the issue? It's $2.50 to fill up your tank. You just bought me candy at Walmart for like $5." Until I realized I had to pay for myself.
Yeah, niggas be putting that bitch in increments.
Yeah,
because literally my dad used to be that nigga. He get $5 at this gas station, and then he'd wait till he got here, and then put another, then fill the tank. I'm like, dude, 7 cents is really that big of a deal?
Look, one thing I never understood, black parents be cheap as hell.
Cheap as fuck.
Cheap as hell.
But got dummy Michael Kors.
Look, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like something, okay, let's say like something breaks in the house, right? And instead of like trying to like call someone to fix it because they know we can't fix it, they're trying to do it themselves and then break it even more and like, don't worry about it, we'll fix it later, and never fix it. But somehow, some way, we got a new couch in the living room, we got another table in the dining room nobody can sit at.
Literally, why the hell you got all this fancy furniture if we ain't gonna use it?
I don't get it.
Makes no damn sense. But hey, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Facts.
It ain't my money.
Look, as long as I'm still alive and got food on the table, I can't be mad.
Literally.
Sometimes they be tripping though. I remember I used to ask my wife for like $5. Like, no, I'm going to $5 for you. And turn around, come back, new Michael Kors purse. I said, damn, all I wanted was $5.
Literally.
Yeah. But I can't say nothing. My mom she do be supplying me sometimes. Not even sometimes, all the time.
They do be coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm. Moms are the best.
No cap.
How you like podcasting, Lucas?
I might have to go on another call. I might have to find some more people to invade their podcast.
See? You sit down for a little bit and you lose a Squidward monotone voice. Hi, I'm Lucas B. Song, and I'm on the podcast.
All right, here we go.
And now you feel a little more loose.
I'm gonna go join Toby's podcast.
Toby's podcast.
We should vandalize this podcast.
I'd like to vandalize the podcast.
Wait, well, yours is Talks with Cam. What's his?
His is dang. I know he has like a group or whatever. I think it's called like Next Big Thing. But his individual podcast, let me find out. I don't remember what it's called. It's like on the top of my head too. Faces of the Future. Yeah.
Faces of the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
With Toby Mustafa.
Abiodun. Junior.
And Junior. Remember when we used to make vines at Harlem Shakes? Look. I remember posting them little vines or whatever on my Instagram, going back to school the next day. Hey, I saw that video you did. Short your teeth.
No cap. Just be on that bitch move like plank.
Honestly.
Damn.
The Harlem Shake videos, that shit was fun. I wish we still had them.
You know, might go home and make me a nice little Harlem Shake video.
Mm-hmm.
A little tribute.
That shit was funny as hell. It was wild because it was only like me, you, and Actus doing the Harlem Shake. You can't really do the Harlem Shake with like 3 people.
And our Toby fits.
Yeah. Our fits back in the day were horrendous. Like
terrible.
Horrendous.
Dog water.
Mm-hmm. And I hate when one thing I never understood was when people with horrendous fits used to try and roast other people's horrendous fit. They're like, "Oh, you got on Old Navy jeans. You're wearing the children's place.
Not even the children's place. Nigga, you're wearing baggy daddies.
Oshkosh bigosh."
You're gonna fly away. Stop talking to me before I inflate your shits.
Everybody out here trying to roast the shit. You're in the same struggle.
Over here wearing FUBU, and the top of your shoe got hydraulics. And you over here chatting.
Man, I remember I used to have a pair of sneakers. I really like those sneakers a lot. But one day, it was like the top of my shoe, and getting disconnected from the bottom of my shoe.
What shoe are you talking about?
It was like some Nikes. Some Nikes I had. There were some
the red and black ones?
Yeah, my little wholesale Nikes.
Yeah, here we go.
And
here we go. That was over to do Polo Express.
Look, when I told you I got roasted at work in the shoes, I said, somebody was like, "Hey, you know," I said, "Hey," they said, "Hey, why your shoes talking back to me?"
Damn. Nah, I remember we went on, what was it now? I think it was like 3rd grade. Man, I had these USPA all white shoes.
Oh, not the USPA.
Bruh. Listen, on kickball days, I put them shoes on, automatic home run. Until the bottom got separated from the top.
God dang.
Still wearing them hoes. And then my mom was like, "You got all these brand new sneakers, you ain't putting them on." So you know what happened to them sneakers?
Trash.
They're lost to this day. Still haven't found them.
My Nikes got lost too. I feel like somebody stole them. Maybe they wanted them.
Man, my mom put them bitches in trash.
For me, I know I was in gym class, Mr. Moran's class, right? And
Peter. Pizza.
You're sick. Gym class was hilarious, but I was in Mr. Moran's class and we were changing, right? And I went out in like my gym shoes. I came back, my shoes were no longer there.
Bro, no cap. I don't know how many times I lost something in the locker room. Went back, them shits was gone.
Mm-hmm. Everybody who's still in the locker room is in prison now.
You ain't lying.
I guarantee it.
2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
2 different baby mamas.
Uh-huh.
Child support, finna be hefty.
Mm-hmm. So, Lucas, what's your opinion on people? Okay, so when we left high school, when we were in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people started making like SoundClouds and stuff while we were in high school.
You're right.
A lot of the SoundCloud rappers suck.
Terrible. Dark
Right.
water.
Right. What do you think about people who started a SoundCloud and keep going and it goes nowhere and they try to use that as their main source of
income?
Yeah. Because I don't want to say any names, but you and I both know people who have piss ass rapping.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's what you believe in. Go for it. But I just want you to know that nobody's listening to your shit. It's cool to make music, this, that, and the third, just
Absolutely.
to, this, that, and third, adventure it, go on the journey. But come on, bro. You know your shit's piss. Nobody's gonna listen to that shit.
I feel like the thing is, I feel like everybody has potential, most definitely.
Right.
But when you tell someone, like when you give someone criticism and they don't use that criticism and they stay consistent in the nonsense that they're doing, then you don't want to further your career. You want to stay in the same spot that you're in the entire time.
That is true. And a lot of people don't get like, one, your music's not good, and 2, in the area that you live in, you're not gonna get a lot of, promotion, this, that, and the third. Like, your homeboys can hype it up, but if you're not getting people from California, Texas, all them places, your shit's not gonna go nowhere. And another problem is a lot of people are out here trying to be the next Dirk, next Baby.
Nobody wants to be original. That's
exactly.
The problem.
Next Young Thug, this, that, and the third. There's other genres of music.
Literally.
So, like, my type of thing is we have a lot of rap these days, but, pop, R&B, the blues, all that shit's falling off. So why can't you do things of those nature? Nobody knows.
I think it's weird that, like, in Delaware, I feel like Delaware specifically, I feel like nobody supports each other here because everybody wants to be better than the next person. And it's like Delaware has a lot of talent here, but we get overlooked because nobody supports anyone. And I feel like that's a really weird mindset, especially like say in the arts or whatever. Like if there's like a really dope musician here or whatever, they'll never get heard of because of all the piss ass musicians and shit. They don't want to give the people who deserve their praise their praise because they're all like, oh, well, I want that shit. I'm not going to give it to you. And I don't get that.
I mean, I told 2 kids last week and I told a kid this on Wednesday. They were like, yeah, man, like, why are you so interested in, helping me, get faster on the track? I'm like, dude, there's a lot of things that I know now that I didn't know when I was in high school.
Mm.
That type of thing is like the state that we live in now, a lot of niggas don't get credit.
Right.
A lot of niggas don't get looked at.
Right.
I don't know how many All-Americans my high school has had. I could be the first, I could be the second. I don't know. I have no idea. But I would like for them to be more.
Right.
So my type of thing is I'm not going to be stingy and act like, I'm so, top shit, this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, I'm just like the rest of you guys. I mean, yeah, I might have a goddamn trophy and a goddamn that says first team All-American, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, we still the same people.
Right.
And, you can achieve your goals. Like you may need an extra push, some more training, some more this, that, and third. So I'm here to give that to you. But whereas in other kids, they just think that they're so top class, this, that, and the third when they're not, and they want to act high class, and they continue to act high class, and they don't get nowhere. That's why I be telling folks, like, you have all this power, knowledge, and talent, but make sure you use it to the best of your ability, and not just on the in the sport that you play, but make sure you're actually giving back, because giving back is a huge thing. Absolutely,
I've made that like one of the keystones in my career as like whatever I want to do, because like I want to make like movies and shit. Now I also I like making music, and I like podcasting, whatever I like blow up in or whatever, some sort. I always want to come back to where I started, which is Delaware, and give back, because I know, especially here, there's not a lot of opportunities for people to succeed. And if I have the ability to come back and help them reach their goals, why wouldn't I do that? That's why I never get when people blow up and they're just like, man, fuck my hometown, nobody back there, they ain't like me back then, they ain't gonna like me now. But why would you let them keep that mentality? Like, I feel like once you grow up, you have to advance your mindset as well. So you should go back and help those people who need it.
Some people don't think that way.
Yeah,
it's just the way that they were brought up. Not much you can do about it.
Yeah. I need you to look to the camera real quick. I need you to give you can move your mic with you. So, all right. So, I'm a guy, right? And I like a girl, right? And I got no game at all.
Okay.
Give them 5 steps on how to achieve them to get the girl.
And you have no game?
I have no game at all, no dress game, no nothing.
Be yourself, confident, caring, interested, patient. And I want to say persistent too.
Persistent. So confidence, how big of a factor is that playing?
Confidence is a big thing, because if you don't believe that you can't back the girl, you're not gonna get her.
Hey, I don't know which one of these sound effects is round of applause, but I don't hear shit about it. Yeah. Damn, what the?
Confidence is key.
Yeah. Confidence definitely is key, because I feel like if you're not confident in what you do, then what's the point of even attempting it?
Exactly.
I hate pessimistic people, because why not go into something with an open mindset? Like I have extremely large, high goals, and I could be pessimistic and say, yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna get close to them, but I don't think I'm ever gonna do it. But that's placing self-limiting beliefs on yourself.
It's true.
And I don't get that. If I had self-limiting beliefs, I wouldn't have gotten into a top 10 film school in the nation.
Which is true.
I would have been going to some random low school somewhere, not ranked or whatever.
Delaware State University.
DSU. And honestly, I can't even lie. DSU's not that bad.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
DSU's not that bad.
Stop it. You're not gonna be like the rest of these smurfs and go to DSU.
Look. Okay, so here's my thing with DSU. I think the only reason I don't like DSU is because it's in Delaware. I want to leave the state. I hate Delaware.
Well, there's a few reasons why I wouldn't go to DSU.
Why don't you? Is it because your dad's a professor?
One reason is my daddy works there. Number 2 reasons, I'm not singing all these jigaboos that I saw for the past 18 years.
Yeah.
And number 3, it's Delaware. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. But I mean, like, then again, some people can't afford to like leave the state and shit.
Which is true. So, hey, Deltech, DSU, Wilmington University, hey, hello.
Yeah. I never really liked DSU. I mean, for me, it just never offered what I needed, so I wasn't going to get nothing out of it. But it's just, I don't know how people can live in boring states like Delaware, Wyoming, or Nebraska, or North Dakota.
Don't ask me.
What the fuck is in a New Mexico?
Albuquerque.
What's in Albuquerque?
Hell if I know.
Exactly.
I ain't never been.
When my mom was like, yo, we're moving to Delaware, my first thought was, what the hell is a Delaware?
Shit, I didn't know nothing.
And then I got here, and I was like, no, take me back to New York. I don't like this shit.
This shit's boo-boo.
There's literally nothing here at all. You and I have sat in the house. We've played shoe tennis. You know how bored you gotta be to take 2 sandals and smack a ball back and forth and call that your form of entertainment?
Hey, those were vintage days.
Yeah.
Niggas just get right. No cap.
Yeah.
No cap.
Back in them days, you used to hit.
You ain't lying.
And then Beyblades. Oh, man.
Yeah, I lost a couple skin to some Beyblades, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, Beyblades, it used to be vicious. It used to be vicious. Beyblade, let it rip. Did I ask you everything that I wanted to ask you? Lucas, did I show you my new song?
No.
You said no?
You didn't.
Really?
Nah, she did.
I was about to say, I was like, huh? I was like, I'm pretty sure you're one of the first people I showed.
Yeah, you did.
You know when it's dropping?
Is it like the 25th or something? No.
Yeah.
25th?
When's that?
Tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you heard it here first. My new song, Not With Me, by KD Sizzle, is dropping tomorrow or tonight, 12. Lucas, what are your thoughts on it?
Me personally, I like the remix, of Summer Case,
Here you go.
So to this day. So,
I show you the new Summer Gaze.
You got another one?
Yeah, I made another one. Well, so what happened was both of the first ones, like the original and the remix, I made them in my own room, right? I got the beat from YouTube and I just like put on like a Logic or whatever, and I didn't know how to use the app, so I was just like speaking into it or whatever. But now I went to the studio with my guy Grant, and Grant got me right. That John Heat, Luke.
Okay.
That John Heat. So I'm probably sure you won't believe.
I bet.
That John Cass. Yeah, Now With Me, KD Sizzle dropping tonight. Make sure you go tap in and get your shit. I feel like I asked you everything I wanted to ask you. Semifinals, sports, track, skiing, social media. Ooh, one thing I've always realized: why are the best women always in relationships?
Best women not always in relationships.
You said they're not always in relationships?
No.
Why do you think that?
Because with girls, sometimes they have a void that they want them to fill, so they end up dating a douchebag or an ugly ass nigga because they want to fill that void. They don't want to be alone. My type of thing is, there's always great women out there. You just gotta find them and make sure that they're for you. At the same time, the same great woman that you could be talking about, she could be going through shit in her relationship.
True.
But she just don't want to leave that nigga because, hey, the dick good, or he sending her cash apps weekly, this, that, and the third. And, a lot of girls just like toxicity. So, all the good women are not always taken. They just, just don't like to be alone, so they fill that void.
I don't know what it is with me, but I always lean towards women in relationships. Don't know why it happens, but like they're the first one that catch my eye, and I'm like, damn, yo, you bad as shit. And I spit my game. They're like, oh man, well, I have a boyfriend. Man, fuck your boyfriend.
At the end of the day, I live by this motto to this day. If you ain't my nigga, guess what? I'm gonna shoot my shot. Cause 100% of these women, they ain't loyal. If you talking nice and you looking nice and you doing what her nigga ain't doing, guess what? She gonna talk. She gonna talk back to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My type of thing is this. Even if she said she had a nigga, if she respected the nigga, she wouldn't even respond to your ass.
See, that's what I was thinking. But then I also think of it, from the reverse standpoint, as like, man, you responded to me while you was in this relationship. I feel like that gives me a test of your character. So I wouldn't want to be with you if you're texting me while you're in the middle of this relationship and you're like, fuck him, and you come and try and be with me. So I feel like in that situation, I probably just, get a quick nut off and bounce. But I feel like relationship wise, hell no.
I mean, yeah, I thought the same thing, but at the same time, it's like, yes, that is the way to think about it. But you gotta hear it more down the line. 'Cause my type of thing is, she could be in the relationship and she could be getting treated bad. But yeah, she's just there. But at the same time, you could be like, oh, why don't you just leave? To leave a relationship is very hard.
Yeah.
It's very stressful. It's very mind blowing.
Extremely hard.
Because then afterwards, you got to think about, the memories, in pictures, this, that, and the third. So that's one thing. And then number two, I mean, once she leave, she gonna be, she gonna feel nice, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
But her mind ain't always gonna be there. So like, yes, you can get a relationship with her, but how long is it gonna take for her to finally get back to where she was?
Facts.
And that you don't want.
Yeah.
So
definitely leaving a relationship is extremely hard. And sometimes you just stay in it just because you can. Like, I know, I don't fucking care. When I was in a relationship with Alexis, right? when I was in a relationship, I'm not gonna lie, for like the last 2-3 months or whatever I was in a relationship, I was unhappy. I didn't want to be there. But what it was I didn't want to be alone. Because I've been in this relationship for like almost 2 years now. And I wasn't ready to go back on my own and be by myself. Mm-hmm. And then after she broke up with me, I was like, damn, yo, man, I missed our relationship. But sometimes I think back and I'm like, yo, that was like the best thing that happened to me. And well, for my happiness at that time period. Mm-hmm. Because after I got out, sure, I was sad for a little bit or whatever, had my little sad summer, but my mental health increased by a lot because once you leave, you start to learn more about yourself and more about what you like and how it feels to be on your own and not feel like you're depending on someone else to bring you happiness.
I feel that.
Yeah. And I was definitely happy camper. Although I was I was down bad. I was down bad that entire summer.
Been there. Done that.
I was a rough summer. Lucas tried to play matchmaker. He was all like, "Oh, you want to come to King of Prussia with me?" Like, man. And so we went to King of Prussia, and I came back, and I was like, "Yeah."
Been there, done that, man. Been there, done that.
It's definitely an interesting road, but once you find, like, once you're out of it and you find yourself and you learn to love yourself and shit, mm-hmm. then everything becomes better, and you don't have to worry about someone else to bring you happiness. And that brings another point. You definitely shouldn't go into a relationship if you don't love yourself. Because
just made that mistake.
Because you should never depend on someone else to bring you that love. If you can't love yourself, then you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone else.
Which is true.
Mm-hmm. Until you find out what it is that you want, and yeah,
what you need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
people figure out one day.
Yeah,
you live and you learn.
Trial and error,
literally.
Sometimes that error be kicking my ass.
Yeah, that's the way it is for all of us.
Yeah, but the trial makes it better, so in the future you don't make errors.
Correct. That's why I call it trial and error.
I have to find one crazy ass question to ask you before we get off the podcast. Want to tell us the story of your alcohol poisoning?
Okay. So prior to I never really drink liquor before. I drank probably a glass of wine when I was in Africa with my parents, but that was about it. So then I got to college and, people were putting me on new things this and third because, believe it or not, when you come from a boring place such as Delaware and you go to somewhere such as North Carolina that's low-key big and you're going to get put onto a lot of shit.
Facts.
So I got there and they were putting me on different music, different style. I was just learning different things this and third. So then that same week, That shit. One of my niggas down the hall was like, "Hey man, I got some lick. You want some?" Got some lick. Took like 3-4 sips. Gone.
Damn.
So we went to homecoming. This, that, and third. I had a every year I find a new drink that I like. Freshman year it was Parmesan. Sophomore year I drank Grey Goose, and then this year that Jim Beam is just it is what it is.
Wait, I know
It's been a difference between Jim and Crown. So we went to homecoming, and I had a bottle of Henny, and I had a bottle of Paul. And in the car up there, the first mistake that I made is I didn't eat very good that day. I didn't eat much. Down half the bottle of Paul.
God dang.
Half the bottle of Henny.
God dang.
We got to the homecoming function. The only thing I remember was getting out the car.
Damn.
After that, I remember nothing else. And I was literally fighting demons.
You know how I could tell it was bad? I feel like whenever you watch someone else's Snapchat story and you're looking at that person being recorded, that's how you know it's bad. I looked at your Snapchat story. I think you also FaceTime me too. You FaceTime me and you were speaking gibberish. I was like, what the hell wrong with this nigga Lucas? I look at your Snapchat story and some niggas like lifting you inside a car. I said, damn, yo. I said, I said, Lucas went outside.
Yeah, I was going outside. So I was in there, you know. So one thing is, here's a funny thing. So I tore a ligament in my thumb at that party because this one girl got too close and tore it back up. So I hit her with that Floyd. She was asleep. And then the Qs were talking this, the nonsense, this, and that, and third. So then I started bucking with them. So then after that, my friends took me back, and I started talking gibberish in the car. So I went back to my room, shitted on myself, had spit foam coming out my mouth, eyes rolled back to my head. And my RA was just gonna let me sit there. It was like, nah. But then my friends came in. And I had niggas in the hall crying. My friends came in, you know, niggas from Charlotte. They crazy. Scammers, don't trust them. So they started going crazy. It was like, man, you can't let Lucas die here, man. Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. Ambulance came on stretcher. Put my ass in that damn stretcher. Rolled my ass down there. Went to the goddamn whatchamacallit. Got my stomach pumped. Woke up that next morning like, damn, where the hell am I? And then went back to my room. And that whole entire day, I had the worst hangover of my life.
Damn. Have you ever gotten that bad ever since?
I've gotten close to it. Remember when I drank that Tito's?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I don't know what that Tito's had me feeling like
Goner.
Terrible.
You was on the phone with someone, and I'm sitting over here talking to Justin, texting people I probably shouldn't have been texting. And I don't know who the chick was on the phone, but she talking about something. Lucas, are you up? I pick up the phone. Damn, bitch, he's sleeping. He's sleeping.
Her stupid ass. I know exactly who you're talking about.
And she started talking to me. She was like, oh, well, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Leave me alone. Boop, boop. I hit her with a smooth hang up. I was like, look.
It was a famous line. My mom's calling.
Yeah. I be hitting people with that all the time.
I'll call you back.
Yeah.
You didn't call me back. Oh, I know. I fell asleep. I think it's a good line.
Yeah. I suck at texting people back.
That's why I don't text people.
Smart.
Unless I only text you if I'm really trying to bag your ass, I'll be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Other than that, bullshitting.
I feel like my best method of communication is FaceTime.
Yeah. Mine's FaceTime or Snapchat.
Like, I don't know what it is with Snapchat. I just don't be using it that much anymore. Like there was a period from like last year March to about maybe last year December. I only had like 3 or 2 best friends on Snapchat. That best friend section is like 8 people. It was just full with like 6 blanks.
I mean, I be on Snapchat. Man, listen, them bitches start getting horny. They start drinking. They gonna send you something.
Oh yeah, true.
They gonna send you something.
Snapchat me that boozy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I feel like that's everything I wanted to ask you. 5 tips. Semifinals. Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Mr. B Song Films, Mr. Lucas B Song, Dr. B Song. You want to shout out your Instagram and everything?
Oh yeah, you know, man.
Social media handles.
Go ahead, man. Snapchat, Lucas B Song. Y'all know how to spell it. Ain't that hard to spell.
I put it up on the screen too.
Instagram. All right, this where it gets hard. Y'all see the name on the hat, right? I bet. So it was just gonna be Akko, but some Japanese nigga got my name. So, he took my Instagram handle, so it can't be Akko. And then I was gonna go with Akko Tanya, but then niggas were fucking on my second middle name, and I wasn't fucking with it, so I had to let that bitch ride.
Right.
So it's 3 A's, 2 K's, 4 O's _.
All right.
And then that's about it. I don't got nothing else. Twitter. I mean, I be on that bitch a little bit, but nothing major. But be on that gram, be on that Snap. Don't start a streak with me, unless you a hoe.
Unless you a hoe, I respect it. Give me give the viewers a song recommendation.
Song recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
What they trying to listen to?
Whatever you like.
All right. So, I mean, I like a lot of things, but like, all right, y'all can listen to that Backdoor by Dirk. That Tombstone by Rod Wave, Always Smack. How I Been by NBA Youngboy. Blood on My Jeans. I Want It. Fighting Demons. Wishing Well. Life's a Mess. 1 and 2. All by Juice WRLD. R.I.P. Juice, man. Those are all the good ones for now. I got more, but those are the ones that hit.
Got you. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for being on the Talks with Ken podcast. It was only right that I had you on for the episode number 10. Also, I posted a TikTok. I think I already told you. I posted a TikTok from last week's episode with Justin. Him was doing the teaching the dentist method. That shit got like 10,000 views. I got like 300 followers in one day. I was like, God damn. So if you on TikTok and that brought you in as one of my followers, hello, thank you. We appreciate you.
Hey, if you want to shake some ass, hit me up. I got ones.
He got ones and twos. Bet you ain't never seen a $2 bill before, but that nigga got him.
Yeah, and if you got that dump truck, I got that Benji for you.
That Benji.
Yeah.
All right, fucks with it. All right, Luke. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, and I will see you guys next week, episode number 11. I don't know how I'm gonna feel once like I go to Emerson and I don't got the studio no more, and I gotta go back to using my bedroom.
Bitch for me there using a fucking Nintendo DSi.
Not the DSi. I sound like Relic.
I'm like, oh, hello, can you guys hear me? Hello, family, can you guys hear me?
You use a little the bird sound effect.
Stupid ass.
Well, that's officially a wrap, and I will see you guys next week for episode number 11 of Talks with Ken podcast. I shall see you.